Hi everyone, I'm Miss Marya with the Hemphill Branch Library. Today we're going to share some pumpkin stories. One of our stories is a flannel story based on this book, Big Pumpkin by Erica Silverman. This book is published by Simon & Schuster. And then we have a rhyme about some little pumpkins that I bet you are familiar with. So let's get started. Once upon a time there was a witch who wanted to make a pumpkin pie. So she went out to her garden, she planted a pumpkin seed. She watered the seed and she pulled up the weeds all around it. And finally a pumpkin grew and grew and grew and grew. On Halloween afternoon, the witch went out to pick that pumpkin so she could make a pumpkin pie. She bent down to take it off the stem and she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder, and that pumpkin just sat. "Drat," said the witch. Just then along came a ghost. "Big pumpkin," said the ghost. "It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine," said the witch, "and Halloween is just hours away." And she kicked that pumpkin. "I'm bigger than you and stronger too," said the ghost. "Let me try." Said the witch, but she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. So the ghost bent down to take that pumpkin off the vine. He pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard and then he pulled harder. And that pumpkin just sat. "Drat," said the ghost. Just then along came a vampire. "Big pumpkin," said the vampire. "It's big and it's mine, and it's stuck on the vine," said the witch, "and Halloween's just hours away." And she kicked that pumpkin. "I am bigger than both of you," said the vampire, "and stronger too. Let me try." Said the witch. Said the ghost. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. So the vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. He pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard and then he pulled harder. And that pumpkin just sat. "Drat," said the vampire. Just then along came a mummy. "Big pumpkin," said the mummy. "It's big and it's mine, and it's stuck on the vine," said the witch, "and Halloween's just hours away." And she kicked that pumpkin. "I am bigger than all of you and stronger too," said the mummy. "Let me try." Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. So the mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. She pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder. That pumpkin just sat. "Drat," said the mummy. Just then along came a bat. They didn't even say anything. They just looked at that little bat and they started to laugh. "Well," said the bat, "I may not be big and I may not be strong, but I have a good idea." Said the witch, but she thought about pumpkin pie and they decided to give it a try. So here is what they did. The witch pulled the pumpkin, the ghost pulled the witch, the vampire pulled the ghost, the mummy pulled the vampire, the bat pulled the mummy, and they all worked together and they pulled and they tugged and they pulled. First they pulled hard and then they pulled harder, and pop! That pumpkin came off the vine, rolled down the hill, and landed right at the witch's front door. "Hooray for the bat," she said, and she hurried in to make some pumpkin pie. Yummy," said the ghost. "Fun party," said the mummy. "Couldn't eat another bite," said the vampire. "Time to go," said the bat, and they hurried away. But the witch planned to plant some more pumpkin seeds to make another pie for next Halloween. That's the end. I hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you. Five little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches in the air." The third one said, "We don't care." The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run." The fifth one said, "We are ready for some fun." Then, ooh, went the wind, and out went the light, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight.